All right, this is our second grade math lesson 3-9. Use appropriate tools. So we're just going to figure out the easiest way that we can solve these problems. So you can think about using cubes, counters, a 100 chart, technology, paper and pencil, place value blocks, or maybe even a different tool. So let's see. So let's take a look at our word problem. There are 23 red balloons in a bag. There are 38 blue balloons in the same bag. How many balloons are in the bag? So we're going to get our total. Use a tool to solve the problem. Be ready to explain which tool you used and why. So I'm actually going to do place value blocks. You might want to do an open number line or some counters, but I'm going to do place value blocks. So I'm going to do 23 plus 38. Okay, 23 plus 38. 23 with my place value blocks, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 groups of 10, 1, 2, 3, and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I want to do is try and get my ones into a bundle of 10. So I have 8 here. 8 plus 2, I know, is a bundle of 10. So let's add our 10s first. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we know it's 6 groups of 10 and 1 in the ones place. Okay, so that is the tool that I decided to use, was place value blocks. Just the lines representing 10 and the dots representing ones. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our next page. And again, you have your big bag of math manipulatives that you can use from home to figure out what it is that you would like to use to help you out. All right, Ted's puzzle has 37 more pieces than Mia's puzzle. Mia's puzzle has 48 pieces. How many pieces does Ted's puzzle have? So we can look at all of the different tools that we've already been taught. And then they're using place value blocks on this one. So Ted has 37 more pieces than Mia. So what we know is Mia has 48 and 37 is how many more than Mia Ted has. So we're going to add together 48 plus 37. We're going to bundle into groups of 10. And we know that 48 plus 37 is going to equal 85. Now, if you use counters, you'd need to count each one. That would take a really long time to add 48 plus 37. So place value blocks you can add together a little bit quicker. All right, let's go under, do you understand? Show me, okay? Explain why a 10 frame is not the best tool to solve the problem above. Well, if we wanted to do a 10 frame, think about that. We'd have to do 48. We'd have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10 frames. Now again, you don't need to draw this out, but take a look at this. So it would take us forever to draw out the 10 frames, and then we'd have to put 48 counters inside there. It would take a really long time. So place value blocks are faster, okay? So, and again, you don't even have to write anything down. I can just say too many. We would have to do too many. It would take too long. All right, now we're going to choose a tool and to help you solve the problem. Show your work and explain why you chose that tool and how you solve the problem. All right, so there are 16 chickens in the yard. There are 19 chickens in the barn. How many chickens are there in all? We'll use place value blocks or counters to solve the problem. Explain. Well, if we take a look over here, we can see that they have used place value blocks. They're just like the green blocks that we have in our math manipulatives supplies. Okay? So the easiest way is going to be able to do 16. And again, you might have your math manipulatives with you, and you could do this if you wanted to. Remember, these are 10. It's a 10 stick, our group of 10, and our ones. So if you wanted to put them together, you could, but they've drawn out the picture for us. Remember, when we have a bunch of the ones, we want to try and get the ones into groups of 10. So right here we see that there's enough ones to make a group of 10 there. And so we know that 16 plus 19, let's take a look at this. So we have 1, 2, 3 groups of 10, okay? So we have 3 groups of 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So it's going to equal 35, gives us a total of 35 chickens, okay? So for this one, the place value blocks worked pretty nicely. So let's go on to our next page here, and we're going to figure out different tools that might work just as well. Okay, I've got my tape. We'll get this all taped on here. Let's see, right about there. Okay, so here we go. Here's our independent practice. Choose a tool to help you solve each problem. So you might want to use your stacking cubes. You could use your counters if you wanted to, or you can use your place value blocks. We could also do open number lines. We've got a couple different strategies that we could use. I like using the place value blocks because I like to rebundle those groups of 1 together. So let's take a look here. Greg had 45 sports cards. Jamal gives him 26 more, so he's getting 26 more. How many sports cards does Greg have now? So I'm going to do my equation first. 45, we're getting more, so we're adding, plus 26 equals. All right, so now over here we have 45 and 26. I'm just going to do my place value blocks. So I have 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here I have 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 groups of 10. Okay? Now what I want to see is if I have enough to make a bundle of 10. So I have 5 here and 6. Well, I know 5 plus 6 is 11. So I can do a bundle of 10 and have 1 left over. All right, and let's count how many bundles of 10 we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bundles of 10. And how many ones? Just 1. So we know it equals 71. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Denise drew 8 stars with crayons. I'm actually just going to draw this one out. That's my tool, is drawing 8 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then she drew 6 more stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is how many Denise drew. Trina drew 5 stars. So this is going to be, I'm going to put a T for Trina and a D for Denise. Okay, Trina did 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fewer stars did Trina draw than Denise? So what I'm going to do is take a look. I know my original was 8 plus 6 equals 14, right? We did our original 8 plus 6 more equals 14. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to subtract. I have a total of 14 stars minus 5 of Trina stars. 14 minus 5. And I can just subtract it off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can see that I have 9 stars left. So she drew 9 fewer stars. All right. And again, feel free to pause the video as needed. Let's go ahead and go to our back page with our math practices and problem solving. All right. This is our performance assessment. These take a little bit more time, but it helps us make sure that we really understand what we've been learning. So there's a beanbag toss. Evan and Pam want to choose the best tool to solve this problem, okay? Evan and Pam each throw 2 beanbags, so they each get 2 beanbags. Points are added for a score. Pam's total score is 100, so I'm going to circle Pam's total is 100, which two numbers did Pam's bean bags land on? So we have to figure out. So she threw two bean bags, and if she landed here, she'd get 24 points. She landed here, she'd get 44 points. She landed here, she'd get 56 points. And if she landed here, she'd get 33 points. But she threw two of them, so we have to figure out which two of these numbers that we can add together to get a total of 100. So what information is given, and what do you need to find? So I know she has 100 points, so I'm going to write that down. I know Pam has 100 points. Now, what information do I need? I need to know which two places, which two scores that she landed on. I need to know where the bean bags landed. The bean bags landed. Okay? I need to know where the bean bags landed. So let's look at number 5. Which numbers did Pam's bags land on? Explain how you know. All right, so I'm going to look for two numbers that are close. So if we look at this, watch. Something plus something equals 100. Half of 100 is close to 50, well, is exactly 50 plus 50 equals 100. It's a doubles fact. So I need to find two numbers that are both close to 50, that if I add them together. Now 44, is 44 close to 50? Yeah, 44 is close to 50. I'm going to put that down here as a guess. Is 24 close to 50? No. Is 56 close to 50? Yep, it's a little bit higher. And then 33, is that close to 50? No. So my guess right now is 44 plus 56. And then I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to see what happens when I add these together. So I'm going to add together my ones first. 4 plus 6 equals 10. And then I'm going to add together my tens. 4 tens is 40 plus 5 tens. So 40 plus 50 is 90. Look at this. 90 plus 10 equals 100. So I know that they landed on 44 and 56. It says, which tool did you use? How could you use a 100 chart to solve the problem? So my tool that I used was, I looked for pairs. I looked for pairs. But if you wanted to use a hundreds chart, you could pick one of these. Like if you wanted to pick 44 and start at 44 and then add 56 to it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. You could use a hundreds chart just like that to solve it and add it. It's another adding strategy. I added together by place value, tens and ones, but this one you can use the hundreds chart to add by groups of 10 and 1. All right, great job, everybody.